Yeah, I'm back. I've been busy, okay? Let's just start. You love Naruto, I love Naruto, that guy over there likes Naruto, maybe a little bit too much. Anyway, as iconic as this series is, I rarely find people who watch the movies. Shippuden's movies got a bit more fan love, mostly because they went crazy with the plots, and because they had waifus. So I decided I shall educate you on the first 3 Naruto movies. No need to thank me. First off, Naruto Movie 1, Ninja Clash in the Land of Snow. We have a popular series now, so we gotta do the Dragon Ball movie shtick. By the way, don't you find it wild that until recently the only anime movies based on an actual series to be worth a damn were Dragon Ball ones? Maybe Yu-Gi-Oh!
Quite frankly, it's embarrassing.
Back on track, this movie was directed by Tensai Okamura, who, in all honesty, is a pretty talented dude. He worked as a director, storyboarder, and key animator on many series like Cowboy Bebop, Soul Eater, Evangelion, Seven Deadly Sins, Darker Than Black. Dude has experience. He also made an obscure-ish anime I like called The Wolf's Rain. As for my usual trivia segment, Japanese people keep things a little hush-hush. But I did find that Naruto's VA Junko Takeuchi found it really hard to do this movie. Because of the random yelling and because her interpretation of the character was a tad more bleak than what actually happened in the series. Let's just start before I even bore myself. Oh wait, I do have to mention that this movie happens after Naruto episode 101 time-wise. In case you don't remember, it's the one in which they try to take off Kakashi's mask. Also these pervy shots.
Stop it. Get some help.
And I almost forgot to mention that Yuki's voice actress is pretty damn good and relevant to this day. She has lots of recognizable roles, Sei Nijima being the first one to pop to mind. I also recognize her voice actress in the dub because it's the voice of Saber. We start this movie with an old movie filter with these guys and this princess. By the way, it completely eluded me at the start, but this story is actually a random Journey to the West homage. Because Naruto didn't take enough from it, eh? Rainbow Chakra, huh?
We have tickets.
Damn, it's so nice to see the original group back together.
Sasuke? Man, I don't know where you got your taste in men, Sakura, but it stinks.
I have achieved comedy.
While Naruto is salivating over the main actress of the movie they just watched,
I wonder if there's anyone like her out there. I mean, where's my Princess Gale, you know?
I'm right here.
we start the obligatory anime movie shtick of introducing character beats for people who somehow wanted to see this movie without watching the series. This actually gives me an idea. What would a person who has no idea what Naruto is think if they only watch the movies? Imagine the chaotic confusion. Naruto chases the actress while Sasuke does his finesse acrobatics and Sakura... Who are you calling useless now, bitches? Kakashi shows up and explains that the guys following the actress are the crew of a movie and Princess Yuki, as she's referred to, is their actual mission. She's kind of a burnt out bitch who doesn't even want to sign autographs, but in all fairness, a strange dude in an orange coat is stalking her.
Can I have pussy?
She escapes and does the whole drunk shtick. So Japan, do you actually like drunk women? I find the opinion to be quite mixed.
Oh, don't worry. It happens all the time, okay? I mean, lead actresses change from sequel to sequel. Come on, directors change every 5 minutes. That's enough!
Why you bore me? I'm right.
Oh, and we also meet the greatest character in this movie. Steven Spielberg! Damn, Boruto haters really should have a look at this 2004 Naruto movie. Check out these villain designs. So Delta sucks, but Ancient Gear Golem Man here is fine. By the way, in case it wasn't obvious, we are going to the land of filler. I meant snow. I meant filler. Every Naruto movie has them go to the land of X. Not gonna lie, the whole movie making process is pretty funny.
Hold on a second, guys.
What's wrong?
Sundayu, bring me my drops so I can cry.
Right. Oh, coming. No, the drops. Okay, let's see. One there and...
Now the other one.
Ready?
They're spilling over. Come on, let's do this.
acting.
The whole cast is in character, and Sasuke's voice actor probably had to work for just 5 minutes that day. You want a close-up of this blow-up doll? Stop looking at me like that! They reach a piece of frozen land, start filming, and Kakashi thinks he saw Rin on the cliff, so he had to finish the job. Actually, it was the goons of this movie. This guy who Kakashi seems to know, pink hair lady filmed like this to make perverts wish they stepped on them.
Oh shit, that's me!
And Boruto villain proto design. Now I would like to say a few words about the character designs of our main cast. Naruto stays the same because his outfit is already built for exploring the South Pole. How's the temperature in Konoha anyway? Kakashi just got a sick scarf, and Sasuke and Sakura got some sweet sleeves, which honestly look pretty good on them. The battle starts, but we cannot face them, for they possess the all-powerful chakra armor. What the fuck is that? Naruto also goes QB mode for no reason. It's because we need to foreshadow Naruto's power up later on in the movie, I guess.
Silly! It's time to play. For real.
Stop your children from playing video games today.
Now that's a pro gamer move.
At least somebody remembers Zabuza. That woman has wings. I wish I had wings. Speaking of, Sasuke's terrorist act triggers Yuki's trauma. Main goon guy does a whale jutsu. Is the summoning jutsu that fucking hard?
That was impressive. Now it's my turn.
Remember early Naruto when Kakashi was just like, that's nice jutsu. Would be a shame if someone stole it.
Narwhals swimming in the ocean.
Yuki passed out and Kakashi has a look at her necklace. So this dude reveals that Yuki is an actual princess and that the land of snow was super cool and shit under Yuki's dad, but he was betrayed by his evil brother, who now rules with tyranny. Can we all admit that fantasy has like 4 plots they keep reusing? Also, as she herself points out, she has no attachment to her people and she has no interest nor experience in ruling.
Right. Think of the buzz. Even the making of will be a hit. We're sitting on a surefire blockbuster.
Hey!
And I don't want to be a dick, but later on in the movie we find out that the country is broke because Yuki's dad hid the treasure and all. So my man has been ruling for 10 years-ish with no funds and this country still exists. Why is he the bad guy? Also, the backstory presents Anbu Kakashi. Nice.
Stop joking around! The movies aren't like real life. There is no such thing as a happy ending in this world.
Of course there is if you're willing to fight for it.
Whoa. Nice cock.
My boys are on a convoy and stop to shoot some more because again this is a movie about making a movie. The beach runs again and we get a scene in which she's with her daddy and she loves spring.
When the spring comes,
So will I. Naruto drags her back and is that my favorite Food Wars opening symbol? So at first I thought the train just shook the tracks and the snow just dusted off, but then with the ending in mind, I guess it makes sense to look like this.
There's chakra running through the rails, melting the ice.
I have so many questions!
Naruto does his generic overdone never give up talk no jutsu. And then the bad guy shows up. The random fit-licking loser now has a samurai army and it's time for the comedy to begin.
Hear me, Doto! We've waited a long time for this day of reckoning to come. On this day you will breathe no more!
God damn, I love my job.
You can't tell me that the timing on that wasn't on purpose. Thank you, Sasuke. Maybe you could have blocked the other ones too.
Why didn't you block that one?
I thought you had it.
No!
I know he joins the Akatsuki later, but he starts his terrorist rampage here. Sakura once again is the most important person here since she pulls a Mulan and makes the villains fuck off while the old man contemplates on why he's even wearing armor. The princess says a line which Sasuke will repeat for the next 4 years over and over.
Leave me alone already!
Please, do not waste your tears on me. Oh.
You are such a fool, Sandayu. I can't cry. You have my eye drops.
And then the bad guy has a freaking zeppelin. He captures the princess and Naruto goes along. There was nothing we could do. That thing must be speeding at 30-ish miles per hour. This is the second movie in a row I review in which the kidnapping is actually pretty chill. Oh, but Naruto shows up and they plant a device on him which, stay with me here, drains his chakra. I know it's proven to be useless by the end, but imagine if the leaf got that shit, improved it a little and just went to Madara like, hey, bitch.
I haven't a clue what's going on here, but I'll act like I do.
So the necklace Yuki had is the key to the treasure and she willingly gives it up, but Big Brain Kakashi switches it to fake. How does he have an exact replica of that shit? They both get locked up and Naruto does a speech, so you know that the main character has to show up. Hello, Mr. Swing!
When you give up, your dreams and everything else, they're gone!
Anime was a mistake.
With the sheer power of will and a random blade which made me wonder if ninjas have dental insurance, Naruto breaks free and falls on the ground to await the guards to open the cage. But we have more characters. Sakura and Sasuke seem to have brought 5 tons of bombs which utterly destroyed the royal palace. The princess seemingly betrays them but then stabs the motherfucker, but he is wearing black armor, and how is she not dead? Harder, uncle! NANI?! The dude escapes and it's time for everyone to have individual fights. Sakura utterly destroys the big guy with her Sakura Blizzard, cool name, not gonna lie. Sasuke...
You're dealing with the ninja of the snow here! It'll take more than that to bring us down!
You're probably right.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Lion's Barrage!
Remember how cool that was when you were 12? And Kakashi humiliates the loser by stealing Guy's move and pile driving the loser to death with taijutsu. Wait, so the main villains are immune to ninjutsu and genjutsu, so we have to use taijutsu to defeat them? Is this Boruto? The fight starts, Naruto gets wrecked and tossed aside, but Sasuke jumps in, does a Chidori on him to crack his armor and then...
Naruto! His armor has been fractured. The rest is up to you.
Come on, nine-tailed fox!
Get the fuck up! Simon says get the fuck up!
Yeah, they were never friends. Naruto does his iconic Uzumaki barrage, but just like in the Dragon Ball movies, you have to finish with a flashy attack. And guess what moves Naruto freshly learned? With the machines activated, they start reflecting light and makes Naruto's chakra look like a rainbow, just like in the princess's movie. But that's boring. My interpretation is that it's Pride Month and Naruto is channeling the raging boner he had with Haku and now his chakra is gay. Our villain, everybody. He breaks one of the pillars and it's revealed that the old ruler plunged the land in eternal snow with a computer effect and now it's actually spring. Don't question it, okay?
Just be cool, lady, damn!
There's a beautiful princess standing right there in front of you.
You know what? I don't want this cookie. I just want to get to the beach.
Come here, just 1 second.
Now I have to talk about the cringy 2000s dub song. and compare it to the generically sung but actually pretty sweet Japanese song. Quite the fucking difference, no? Yuki became the ruler and she's still gonna be an actress, and her next movie will be based on Jiraya's novel Icha Icha Paradise.
That script.
Stroke that big cock.
There is a lot to unpack here. Jiraiya has a movie deal, which now means he's pretty rich, but most importantly, Jiraiya writes porn. This movie ends with the princess doing porn.
I'm an ice princess and I can make your dick as hard as an icicle.
10 out of 10 best movie, baby!
Script. She's perfect.
I jerk off at least twice a day.
She walks off and starts signing autographs, Naruto getting pissed that she didn't give him one, but his bro got it covered.
Oh man, look at me! Can you at least have used a better picture?
I wonder if that photo is still in Naruto's desk and Hinata just sighs every time she sees it. Anyway, that was Naruto the movie, Ninja Clash in the Land of Snow. It sucked. I mean, for me it was fun, but I'm the idiot who likes filler and I recommend watching if you are bored. Let's just move on to the next movie. Okay, so Naruto the movie 2, Legend of the Stone of Gelel, is really fucking boring. And kinda bad. I found zero trivia about this movie besides the fact that they colored the Konoha uniform a little darker at the top. Fascinating. Time-wise, it takes place after episode 106, which is the end of a filler arc right before the start of the Sasuke retrieval arc. On which I have to call bullshit because Sasuke doesn't appear in this movie even though he gets cranky from episode 107 onwards. You know, the episode in which Naruto reminds Sasuke what the show is called. Anyway, this movie was directed by Kawasaki Hirotsugu, who is not a director. He's mostly a key animator and storyboarder. He's great at that, he even worked on Akira. He did direct a pretty good old anime like Records of Lodoss War. But as the commenters on my anime list say, awesome animator, not that good director, horrible scriptwriter. Also, bruh. Voice-wise, the Japanese cast is pretty boring. The guy who plays the main character Temujin only acted in this. Ironically enough, the most important voice actors are the goons, or goonettes if you want to be specific. The Free, Beast, Proto, Curse, Seal sisters are voiced by popular voice actresses. Kamina has the same voice actress as Manuela from Fire Emblem. Ranke's voice actress is also Android 21 in Dragon Ball, and Fugai's is also Captain Francis Drake in Fate. Pretty solid lineup! I'll be talking about the dub though, so that was irrelevant, but I really want to prolong talking about this movie. On the dub cast, Jennifer Hale shows up because she's in everything. Can't wait to hear her again as Femshep. But now Temujin is voiced by Roger Craig Smith, who is also the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. And please tell me this song doesn't fit. The old man's voice is Gohan's voice actor, which was pretty dope for me. Also, the version I have has a commentary track by the dub cast. This should be fun. I recommend watching it for insight on how anime dubbing works.
Wait, who's that guy?
I'm not familiar.
Really?
No.
Really?
Is
you,
it one
you look
off?
really good with eyeliner and fishnet stocking. I just need to put that out there right now.
Let's just get this over with. This is the movie at which me and my friends started watching the time waiting for it to end. We start in the land of sand with some goons popping up before getting wrecked by Kankuro and Gaara. No Temari though, even though Shikamaru replaces Sasuke in this movie.
Everyone fall back!
Naruto and the crew are chasing some ferret right before Naruto thanks God he has a tailed beast inside of him, otherwise he would have died from rabies. Some goons attack and Naruto meets with the blonde knight guy who initially reminded me of Char. They both fall off a cliff and we encounter the big fuck you to engineering in this movie. This goddamn moving castle. So was Boruto too futuristic? Luckily for the plot, not only does Naruto and the Knight of the Gate Table get rescued by a clan of travelers, they were also the ones Naruto needed to deliver the ferret to. And also later in the movie we find out that these guys are the descendants of the plot shit. I'll get to it, it's racist. From here the plot splits with Shikamaru and Sakura infiltrating the palace to find out about the stone of Gelel while Naruto and Blondie bicker.
That power you were using, what is it?
Huh?
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
But like, the Nightman is really confused with the concept of chakra, so he asks Naruto to come with him. They go inside the castle and meet this bishop who is not the bad guy because he keeps talking about making peace and wanting to create an utopia without war. Mother, I wanna sue!
And it grieves me to admit many noble people have been sacrificed along the way.
But anyway.
Also, Sonic has a flashback of his town getting railed by this totally unimportant cloaked figure who is definitely not the bishop man who adopted him and is using kids as batteries. I mean, the guy who got all of his friends in dark cloaks around the bed of a young boy and started chanting Latin sounds pretty damn trustworthy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
They go to the Land of the Wind where they meet up with Kankuro who fills Naruto in on how these peace-loving guys killed whole villages but Shiny Boy just said it for the greater good. The bitches show up and a fight happens.
We're splitting before things get ugly around here.
I don't like sand.
Gaara destroying the electric bitch with his lightning round sand jutsu. Yes, natures weren't really invented yet, because in Naruto, lightning beats earth. Somehow. Anyway, Kankuro's bad bitch escapes with a boy. Okay, this bit is funny. We cut to the other night bitch, killing the traveling clan before Shikamaru does his one jutsu. She escapes by turning into... multiple choice joke. Either A, furry, or B, Ben 10 reference with Ben Wolf. The crew, mostly Shikamaru, captures Temujin and now we get an explanation which breaks all logic. First off, the Stone of Gelel accesses the minds of Gelel, which are the originator of all life. Did Kaguya know about this?
Whoa! This is worthless.
Second, these travelers are the descendants of the creators of the Stone of Gelel who had their country destroyed, and it's the Aztec/Maya people.
Is this racist?
Temujin escapes because they were holding him with a rope, and he captures the old man to guide him inside of the Aztec temple.
Well,
Female located.
Where are we on the map now? They go inside, everyone shows up, and we separate again to have individual fights.
What do you plan to do once you get the stone? What's your end game?
Excuse me, I'm gonna go masturbate.
Sakura wrecks the werewolf bitch in a kind of a neat way. Shikamaru deals with the flirting of the bat bitch.
There's more than enough room for me up here, and your shadow still can't reach me, can it? Mwah. Bye-bye! Hey, hurry up! Let me out!
fatality.
The old man explains Temujin some shit and then tries to stab him. That's 2 movies in a row with an attempted stabbing. The bishop man goes full crazy and turns into a discounted version of a curse mark. Oh boy, was I working for the bad guy? Naruto Rasengans him, and I'll be honest, this villain is weaker than the dude from the first movie. Because Naruto doesn't have to go into QB mode. With the help of Temujin, Naruto creates a double red and blue Rasengan which utterly destroys the villain. They reused the animation from the first movie of the villain team racketing because why should I give a fuck about them? Now the mines are gonna kill half the continent. Anyway, once again, lucky for the plot, there is a black hole summoning jutsu on the ground. Temujin knocks Naruto out Vegeta style and opens the black hole in an attempt to redeem himself. The mines are clear, Temujin prepares to die, but Naruto does the clone rope thing and pulls him out. Wait, is that Gaara? Why did he not help? He could have soloed everything. Oh right, his speed is the lowest in the game. The mines create a beautiful vista and the dark prophecy stone breaks, revealing the true prophecy of Yaoi saving the day.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? Our daddy taught us not to be ashamed of our dicks, especially since they're such good size and all.
Yeah, I see that. Your daddy gave you good advice.
It gets bigger when I pull on it.
That's sweet, but there's just another child of prophecy badge under Naruto's name. Temujin, along with the other kids who are no longer batteries, leave while a rather boring song plays before we end on Naruto and Blondie knuckle saluting each other as if they were gonna meet up again. This was horrible, and I do mean it. I do recommend watching it because it's Naruto and you have to have a full picture in mind. I guess there are plenty of opportunities to make jokes with your friends. But if you have to choose between this movie and the first one, watch the first one.
Sure is lucky I was able to outrun a train even though I was unable to outrun a horse at the beginning of the movie!
Now, for the final movie, we have quite a treat. Naruto, the movie 3, Guardians of the Crescent Moon Kingdom. It was alright, pretty fun actually. This movie was directed by Toshiyuki Tsuru, who actually can direct. He has done storyboarding mostly, but he has worked in anime as an episode director. Hell, he even worked on some of the best episodes on both Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Dude has experience in the field is what I'm saying, and while the story is lackluster, I do have to admit that it has some pretty nice shots. On to voice acting, the dude who plays Prince Michiru is the voice of Blackbeard. That's about as noteworthy as it gets. I mean, maybe Karen Bana, who is voiced by the same woman who does My Valentine in Yu-Gi-Oh! Trust me, they all gave more than decent performances. For the dub, I'll just mention that the dude who does Ishidate mostly because he's the voice of Okumura in Persona 5. No trivia again. The ones I found online were either A, not interesting, or B, false. They had slightly different outfits from the first movie. Oh, and I have the commentary track for this one too. It's pretty fun.
Well, he says later on that he wants to get fat and rich and
Get
rich and
spoiled
fat,
like
and you sort of
you.
look at him and go, dude, you're doing pretty well on your own. Think you're okay.
Time-wise, apparently it happens after episode 196. Which I understand if you don't recall what that is, it's the last episode of the filler arc in which Naruto was part of Team Guy. This time we start with Tsunade explaining the world of the shinobi. And then we see these movies line up in their new attire.
Making my way downtown with my bitch. She's gonna make me a sandwich.
The crew is on a mission to protect a certain someone, and suddenly the most cursed thing in all of anime shows up. No, not the CG horses. They are pulling on a large-ass convoy because the Prince of the Crescent Moon Kingdom, Michiru, bought so much stuff over his trip that he had to store them like this. I mean, he seems okay, besides the scene in which he creeps on 13-year-old Sakura. Japan, please, either admit you have a problem or stop doing it. Michiru also brought his son Hikaru, who doesn't give a fuck, is spoiled as shit and plays on his... is that a Game Boy? Nothing major happens besides Naruto randomly being really aggressive towards this young boy.
What game you playing over there, huh?
In order to, you know, broaden my horizon.
Looks like it must be fun.
We are explained that the country is very rich because it's a tourist trap with carnivals, beaches and casinos, and yes, Tsunade does get horny saying that.
Everyone wants to go there at least once in their life. To walk those golden beaches, smell the sea breeze. I'd like to go there myself.
Yeah, and to gamble in those ritzy casinos, right, Grandma Tsunade?
Gambling? Who said anything about gambling? It's not gambling when you know you're gonna win.
A few moments later.
I am once again asking for your financial support.
We arrive at a circus, and do you know that we're watching a Naruto movie?
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
This tiger and monkey show up to do some archery, but Hikaru shows off his cool Hawkeye skill, which is in no way foreshadowing something in the future. Like a spoiled brat, Hikaru wants to buy the tiger, but Prince Michiru pulls the Dad of the Year card and buys the whole freaking circus. After this, the carriage gets filled up with flowers and we meet the absolute best character in this movie.
Oh, my honey! Don't you recognize me?
Impossible. Michiru?
Of course it's me!
What? No! No, I don't believe it! You're too fat!
Go on a date, you fat bitch!
Amayo is the prince's ex-wife. Wait, they have prenups in Naruto? I genuinely love her character. She doesn't put up with this rich asshole who tries buying her off, while even her own parents are nodding along with him. She's a great start for Mitsuru's character arc, since she tells him that money isn't the most important thing in the world, and that he has no idea what truly matters. Remember this line, it's gonna be repeated ad nauseum because it's the whole theme of this movie. They leave with no waifu, and Hikaru tries to copy off his dad by making Naruto his vassal.
You should be my vassal.
Say what?
Okay, this line is pretty funny.
That does it! I've had it with you! So what if it causes an international incident? I don't care! It'll be worth it!
There is only one thing worse than a rapist. Boom. A child.
We get on the boat, a storm approaches, and Naruto once again tries to assault the child. Anyway, the kid tries to act cool by saying he doesn't care if the animals drown, but he's lectured that he is spoiled and a massive dick. So as all characters who Naruto beats into submission, he completely changes his point of view. Hikaru goes outside to save the tiger and also puts his life on the line for the monkey. The next day, Hikaru now has a pet tiger, and Naruto, Sakura and Lee promise this kid to be friends forever. He's a filler character, don't give him hope. Also, it might just be me, but this movie annoys the crap out of me with these pinky swears. Naruto's most iconic salute is the fist bump. We reach the land of the crescent moon, but like the whole place looks deserted. Maybe they finally outlawed gambling for minors? We reach the Imperial Palace and this dude shows up with his... Yeah, I'm not touching that one.
Get it? They're gay!
But like, this dude has the best villain name in anime though.
Ah, Shabba Dabba!
What the fuck did you call me?
So Shabba Dabba took over the kingdom, and now he sets the secret police on them, which I'm certain that any of our main 4 characters could easily handle, but now we get saved by Captain Korriga.
How's it going, everybody? Swag Kage here. So we're gonna be ranking all of them.
Everybody stand up!
He leads them out before Kakashi does a jutsu, and I'll talk about this later because it's bugging me out. The king is in a cave, seemingly dead, before Sakura does her healing jutsu on him.
That's so cool, Sakura. Where'd you learn that from?
He was apparently petrified by the shinobi Shabba Dabba hired, but that happened a long time ago, so Sakura can't help. I guess petrification is something medical ninjutsu can just easily cure. The king wakes up, tells Michiru about what really is important, and then begs Kakashi to protect his fat fuck. Surprisingly enough, this scene actually looks beautiful, dare I say. This director is leagues above the other two. Naruto encourages Hikaru by talking about his own grandpa-like figure, the 3rd Hokage. Our team is actually pretty smart and they try to smuggle the royal family out, but the fat fuck can't run because... he's fat! The team tries to help, but a bomb interrupts them and we meet the new trio of goons, which I personally find just as boring and forgettable as the other ones. Maybe with the exception of Karembana, because her lines and demeanor are actually playful enough to simulate a personality. Naruto gets ragdolled out of the fight.
I fucking hate children. They literally make me sick.
Lee starts battling the sleep paralysis demon, Sakura fights the girl because ofs. And Kakashi fights this dude who has the Gorgon eye on his hand. But they are all a little slow and weak because Karembana drugged them with an odorless toxin which fucks them up. They all lose, the king gets captured, Captain Korega gets crushed, and Hikaru is also about to get kidnapped. But it's time for Naruto QB mode. I swear, these movies think that the QB mode is just Super Saiyan, even the hair.
So that's it, eh?
How disappointing.
It's over, kid.
Baby bet, ayy, cover X, ayy, couple Grammys on him, couple blacks, ayy.
Now, Michiru is confronted with his own ideals thrown back at him in this memorable moment in which the comedic villain goes full kindergarten level by saying how the king was dumb for making free healthcare. What?
One thing that matters in this world. Call it what you want. Gold, lucre, treasure, money. Money is the only thing that counts.
That's all it is? You've done all of this just so you could be rich?
Yes.
The crew is a little sad, but the circus people show up and Kakashi now has a plan. Instead of just killing him, they tie Mitsuru by his throat and wait for the board to break under his weight to hang him.
He's fat!
But in this moment, he sees what really matters.
Here you go, Mr. President.
God bless Israel. For the big America.
מקדונלדס מציגה סדרת ביג אמריקה.
The circus shows up, master of disguise. But I do have to admit that using the Sharingan on the guards was pretty damn cool. While the circus people distract everybody in the palace with their combination of neat tricks and reused animation, the kids and the king's guard infiltrate the palace, one even giving Hikaru actual arrows for later use. With a signal, Kakashi creates a peace dragon and the animation gets a lot more fluid, but don't pause it.
Anime was a mistake.
The circus people attack Greatest Showman style, but I do have a question and I'm genuinely asking. I even asked this on the main Naruto subreddit. Why does he use the Sharingan? Yeah, I know it looks cool, but he's not using any Sharingan abilities right now. Hell, he even passes out later from Chakra Drain. I don't know, leave a comment on explaining me how the Sharingan works. Now it's that time of the movie to separate and fight individual goons. Going full Bruce Lee, Lee takes out his nunchucks to fight the large-faced man. Sakura actually has a fun interaction with the lolly.
Oh, how did you guess? 'Cause you stink, that's how. Little girls wearing heavy perfume that's so tacky. What? Little girl, huh? I'll have you know I'm 22! That old?
Said bitch.
Naruto gets his ass handed to him in a humorous way by the main goon.
Stop! He's already dead!
And they all fall down at the same time. But they get up with the same words about the promise they made. This movie is so deep. Naruto enters QB mode, Lee's face turns red, and only his face. I guess they meant to have him use the 8 gates. The king's board breaks, but in a legitimately cool shot, Hikaru shoots an arrow to break the rope and Naruto creates an army of clones to trample the bad guy and to create a ball child pit for Mitsuru to fall on. Lee has the best fight in this movie and wrecks the creep. Sakura shows off her oftentimes forgotten mastery of breaking out of genjutsu. And Naruto gets his leg petrified by the goon who lost his wig.
Me, the semen demon.
The goon is so fucking angry he got trampled that he's dead set on murdering Naruto to the point of actually killing Shapadaba. But like every movie has to have a special Rasengan variant. The first one had the rainbow one, second had what I like calling because of the Gelel shit Death and Life Rasengan, and this one has the strongest Naruto Rasengan in the series, Fat Man Rasengan. Michiru gets stabbed and punctured, but with the help of Hikaru, he keeps charging while Naruto Rasengan somehow taps into the energy of the land to create a cool looking crescent moon Rasengan.
So, Sensei, are you okay?
Sure. Nothing a couple weeks of intensive care won't cure.
Yeah, all right! That means we've got a couple weeks of vacation duty!
Bitch, are you for real? Naruto bonds with the now King Mitsuru and Prince Hikaru. The movie now ends with a vacation montage, foot fetish fans get a nice shot of Sakura, and we end on a royal family now fully matured. They don't go back for a Mayo though. Okay, this is not a masterpiece by any means, but it's decent. It's pretty good, I had fun. So, the Naruto movies are strange, huh? Shippuden will nail the format a little better, but OG Naruto was pretty free for all. If I had to rank them, it would be the third movie, then the first, then nothing, then Minions 2, then the second movie. Hope you enjoyed this topic. I really don't see a lot of people discussing, since they rightfully try to forget these movies exist. Leave a like, subscribe, you know the deal. Also, I made a Twitter account and I hate every second of it. Follow me there. Bye guys!